Hey y'all, Sam here, and welcome to my very first, some kind of a tutorial video. And in this video, I'll be sharing y'all some tips and tricks that I use to claim the dragon from the dragon season, which happens every month. So yeah, new dragons every month. Hooray! I'd like to share my tips with y'all because, well, every time I aim to get a dragon from the season, I just always get it. So yeah, I'd like to share and show y'all how I do it. Alright, so the first one that we have is to have at least 10 crops. Just 10 crops. Because it covers this daily mission of farming 10 plants on your farm. So yeah, always have 10 crops on your farm. The second tip is to always keep your egg storage full. It's located here in your inventory, of course, storage. And yeah, maybe not exactly full, just have enough eggs. Around 9 eggs, yeah. Alright, so we're gonna go to our private island. Because for the third tip that I have for y'all is to have at least 10 incubators. But I'd like to recommend, if you guys can, I'd like to recommend for y'all to have a total of 18 incubators. But first off, why 10? Okay, so 10 incubators because in this game of Dragon Adventures, there are 10 worlds, and each of the worlds, they have an egg each. So yeah, so from the origin egg to the prehistoric egg, you gotta have one incubator for each. So yeah, that's why 10. And why 18? Like, why must I add 8 more? It's because of this mission of co-hatching 8 dragons. So if you co-hatch 8 dragons, you'll have 8 co-hatch eggs. So yeah, 8 co-hatch eggs for 8 incubators. Why 10 incubators? And why for each one of the worlds? Well, every day there will be 2 daily missions of hatching a random egg. So here we have a mission of hatching a grassland egg. And the second egg is to hatch a fantasy egg. If you hatch a grassland egg, this is where you also apply the tip number 2, which is to always keep your egg storage full. Once you hatch the grassland egg and finish the mission, all you gotta do is place the egg back, like a new one. Yeah, and now I can claim it. Alright, so if y'all don't know where to get incubators, well, I'll show you where to get incubators. Okay, so just click the build icon here and then find incubators. Click that too. Then you'll see that here are the materials that you need to scavenge to make an incubator. So yeah, it says here that you need 50 wood and stones. And there's another way to get incubators too. Just click on menu and click daily login, and you'll see that there will be incubators as prizes here at the daily rewards. Alright, so moving on to the next tip is to socialize with others. Yeah, you gotta speak to other people to do some certain missions too. So for this mission right here, it says that you gotta kill 60 mobs in a party of 2. What is that, you ask? Well, so for this mission, you gotta kill 60 mobs in a party of 2. I just read that. Okay, so what is a party, you ask? And how do you make it? Well, I'm gonna show you. Okay, so see here the players icon. Just click on that, and then go to party, and then create one. And now you're in a party. It's your party. And to invite other players, other people in your party, you just gotta go back to players and click on someone you want to invite and click invite. And they will receive an invitation to join your party. Simple as that. Alright, so there are also other weekly missions that involves socializing too, which is this one. You gotta co-hatch 8 dragons. That's where you get 8 co-hatch eggs to put in your 8 of your incubators. So yeah, gotta catch 8 dragons. Here you gotta ask someone to co-hatch with you. It could be 8 different people or just one person. There's also this mission of defeating 4 bosses with 3 other players. So here you gotta ask 3 other players to fight the boss with you. Oh, also this one too, the Tundra World Race, which is also the daily mission. Because a Tundra race wouldn't start if there's only one player. So for this mission, you're gonna have to talk to people. You're gonna have to ask them to race with you. Guys, don't be afraid to communicate with other people. It's a good and healthy thing you do. It's not like they'll hurt you or anything. That's what multiplayer games are for. Alrighty guys, don't be afraid to communicate with others. Okay, so for the next tip that I have for y'all is to memorize chest locations. If y'all don't know what it looks like, it's these. It can actually be 2 things. Wait, no, 3. Okay, so first thing that it could be is walls with health bars. So yeah, all you gotta do is click on that. Then your dragon will blast its power to it and destroy the wall. So yeah, all worlds in this game have chest locations. All of them has chests. All worlds have 4 chests. But all the locations are different in all the worlds. And there's not just 4 locations of where the chests could be. There's a lot of chest locations, guys, not just 4. This applies to all the worlds. Like, there's about 10 locations, but there's only 4 chests. See, this location doesn't have chests. Okay, so there's 3 types of chest locations. One is, well, placed in plain sight. Like, for example, this location here is a chest location, but there's no chest. So yeah, that's a type of in plain sight chest location. And for the hidden location, this is the hidden location, the one with the wall with health bar. And yeah, there's a chest here. Okay, so there will always be a Discover One Treasure Chest mission. And there will also be a different mission, which is to discover, well, the number is random. Like, it can be just 2, it can be 3. I don't know if it can be 4, but it's random. But there will always be just one. Like just discover one treasure chest. Yeah, they'll always be there every day. So yeah, I'd like to recommend memorizing all the chest locations in one world. But if you want it to be challenging, well, you can memorize all the chest locations of all the worlds. Okay. But for me, I only memorized all the chest locations here in the origin world. Okay, so for the next tip, the 6th tip is to always keep an eye out for time trials. So this is what a time trial looks like. And if you can't see it, there will always be some kind of an indicator, some kind of a sign thing. It's an image of, what do you call it? What do you call that again? Oh man, I forgot. But that's the indicator for. But that's the sign of where the time trial is. Oh wait, I remember now. It's an hourglass. Okay, that's an hourglass. Okay, so that's the sign of the time trial. So yeah, basically there's a 1-minute timer. So if you didn't make it, don't get any prize. The prize is actually money. 700 coins, and sometimes it gives you egg. 700 coins plus an egg of which world you are in. it also gets recorded on the mission of earning 500 coins. It's part of the mission. It can also be recorded on earning 500 coins. Okay, so for my 7th tip is to unlock all the worlds in the game. From the Origins world to the prehistoric world. Why unlock all the worlds in the game? Well, the missions are going to have to ask you to find eggs, defeat bosses, scavenge food, and resources too, in different worlds. So yeah, unlock all the worlds. Okay, so my 8th tip is to have a strong and fast dragon with you. Why strong? Well, strong dragons are actually for defeating bosses, killing mobs, yeah, for those type of missions. And for the fast dragons, well, they're for racing and doing time trials too sometimes. And for their stats, I'd like to recommend for it to be booming, like high stats. Like this one makes it go faster, and this one reduces the dash cooldown, which is the... Okay, if you guys don't know what the dash cooldown is, well, I'll show you. So this is the dash cooldown. So in PC, you gotta click shift. Yeah, that's what it does. So yeah, the stats that I showed you earlier, these ones, this one lowers the dash cooldown, the aerodynamic body. Okay, so yeah, I'd like to recommend for your dragon to have high levels of good stats. Same thing for the strong ones, by the way. So yeah, that's all the tips that I can share with y'all. I'll see y'all in the next one. Whee! Bye guys. See ya.